Good morning, Michael, Michaela. So great to see you. I'm such a big fan of both of yours. Congratulations on this. This is so much fun. And Michael, I want to start with you because I'm wondering when you got this script and then you read it and you're like, okay. And then you found out that you're going to have to spend so much time being married to the lovely Michaela. What was your reaction to that?
Immediate yes, sign me up. Um, Everything about this project spoke to me. It's like you said, it's super fun, but also scary. I grew up watching horror movies, and my dad and my brother and I all loved werewolf movies, especially as a kid.
Yeah.
And I love the mix of like irreverent comedy and really scary, and the cast is extraordinary. Michaela and I share an agent, so I knew right away that she was going to be involved.
Yeah.
But everyone from top to bottom is just extraordinary, and we had a blast making it.
I was going to say, you guys didn't look like you had way too much fun making this. And Michaela, for you, I mean, my goodness, I've been watching you and you're almost in everything. I don't even know where you have time to sleep, to be honest with you. But this is so much fun to watch you as Trish. Like, you can't really get a handle on her. And she is obsessed with everything. Her dog, her crafting, she can shoot a gun. I mean, is there anything this woman cannot do?
No, she's very self-sufficient. Yeah, no, it's, I did not grow up watching horror movies because I'm so sensitive that my brain thinks they're actually happening. Like I can't watch chasings or people being hunted. I'm always like, oh God, my body feels like I'm being hunted. So, but it was really, really fun to work with this ensemble. And I just knew our director, Josh Rubin, was going to assemble. He just has the best sense of humor. So I knew he was going to assemble his favorite funny people together.
Yeah.
And when I found out Michael was going to be my husband, I've been a fan of Michael's for a very long time. His work is incredible. So I was just like, this is going to be a blast. And guess what? Shooting a horror movie is not scary.
Well, it shouldn't be. It should be fun, right? And as you guys mentioned, I was going to say this cast is phenomenal. And when you have so many funny people, cooped up in a room like that, or in this, this chalet that you guys mostly shoot in, how much improv was done in this film? Because I can't imagine that you guys didn't just go off, and it's hilarious, Michael.
There was a fair amount, but the script written by Mishno Wolf is extraordinary and really specific and intentional, and really sneaky. There's a lot of like layers to the film that you might not catch in a first viewing. That being said, there was a ton of improvisation. I felt like Josh was like, let's do a couple takes as written and then let all the freaks fly. And so it was really fun, but it's a really generous group of actors. So sometimes when you're working with comedians, there's competition to be the funniest and whatever. And I feel like everyone gave each other a chance to breathe and to have their moment to shine.
Yeah, and Michaela, for you, I would think that the best part of doing this film is being able to wear your PJs for most of it.
It was, especially because some of it was night shoots in like the snow. So yeah, just being able to layer was a really nice thing, not wear a heel. Absolutely. And my biggest thing is warmth. I was like, please, when I accepted the job, I said to Josh, I was like, don't let me freeze. That was my only thing.
It looked really cold. Where did you guys shoot this, Michael?
In upstate New York, in like near Phoenicia, New York.
In the Catskills.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I can relate. I'm talking to you from Toronto. I've experienced that weather before, for sure. Michaela, I wanted to know, like, when you're working with this, you both of you have worked with so many great funny people, so many great like actors. How do you, Michaela, first choose what you do these days? What is your kind of criteria? And I have to say too, I'm so sorry that the Unicorn got canceled.
Oh, thank you.
I hope somebody picks it up because it was so good.
Yeah.
So,
it was a lovely little show. And I think, to that question, doing something like the Unicorn for the bulk of the year, for 6 or 7 months, gave me 5 months to do my weird stuff, because Unicorn's like a really sweet, half-hour comedy. And then I felt like, oh, this will really secure that time where I get to know that I have 5 months to just do just
Yeah.
nutty, weird things that are experimental, and not worry that that they pay you in a handful of macadamia nuts.
Yeah. Listen, there's nothing wrong with having a supply of macadamia nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at macadamia nuts, but
Michael, how about you have a criteria script, or you want to, what is it for you that makes you choose something?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question. After the year we just had, I mean, literally, I'd take anything. I would give a handful of macadamia nuts to work. But joking aside, I mean, it's usually
Yeah.
it has to tick at least one or two boxes. Like either the material is extraordinary, it's something I've never done before, so I feel like it's a challenge, or the people involved are just so wonderful that I can't pass up the opportunity, whether it's the actors or the director. But you can sort of suffer certain difficult things like a terrible location or long hours, as long as the people and the material is worthwhile.
Yeah, and when you're working on a film like this, Werewolves Within, obviously there's lots of blood involved. We get that. Michaela, was it hard, like for both of you, Michaela, start, was it hard to get all that goop off of you? Like it's gross, huh?
I'm trying to remember. Oh, yes. No. What's hard about blood is continuity, is that there's somebody that has to remember exactly how much blood was on you, when and where. Because,
Yeah.
you don't always shoot in order. And so that's always the head scratcher.
Yeah, and Michael, like, I don't want to give anything away, but
I mean, Michael's used to just being covered in blood, right, Michael?
Yeah, in my personal life, I use a lot of goop.
Yeah.
And I actually have a YouTube channel that talks about how to get it off very easily.
I'll have
Called
to check that
Blue
out.
Dawn dish soap. Blue Dawn. Um,
That stuff solves everything. It's like the best thing ever, don't you think?
yeah, completely. No, there are moments as an actor where like you are covered in some horrible substance and it's 4 a.m. and it's freezing and you just go into a fugue state.
And that's just how you get the job. That's not.
Right. So finally, Michaela, do you think that we all have werewolves within us?
Yes. Yes, I absolutely think so. Usually you're married for 2 years before you find them, but absolutely.
Michael, what about you? Have you ever encountered a werewolf?
I have, yeah, I have. No, I think that's the central question of the movie, right? Like what lurks in the subconscious, and what happens when we're all sort of forced into these situations where there's a power struggle, how we pit each other against each other, and yeah, I think we all have a werewolf inside of us.
I think we do. Well, you guys are a joy to talk to. It was so much fun to watch you in this movie. Best of luck with it. And I can't wait to see what you both do next. Congratulations, and have yourselves a really great long weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great question.
Nice
Thanks so
meeting
much.
you.
Have a good one.